If you guys want to make money in GTA Online fast, easy, and solo, well, you've come to the right place, because this week, honestly, is one of the best weeks for GTA Online money grinding we have seen in a long time. And inside of this video, I will be showcasing you guys all of the best tips, methods, strategies, etc. for making money this week here in GTA Online. We're going to review all of the bonuses that are available. I'll be showcasing to you guys exactly the best ways of operating this business that's on bonus this week, all of the ways to make money with this business, how to get started, etc. And you can either just relax, play for your own enjoyment, and still stack a bunch of currency, or if you're a hardcore grinder, you could sell everything that you already have, probably ready for this week, and fill up your business stock again, maybe even 2 times this week before the next weekly event goes live next week. So with that being said, we're going to jump into things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and let's get started. This is an excellent week here in GTA Online because of the double money with the special cargo warehouse sell missions. And before we jump into how you can effectively basically grind and sell those crates to your utmost ability, min-max the business, and make money fast, easy, and solo here in the game, I just quickly want to go over how you can get started with profiting from a business such as this. So you want to head to Dynasty Executive 8 Realty. You need to own an office first. Any office will do. I just went for the Maze Bank one. It's the most expensive, yes, but I like the location a lot. All the property itself, the upgrades and modifications are 30% off this week, so if you don't have it, you're going to be saving a lot of money. Once you own an office, you could buy your office garage, things like that. Once you own an office, come inside, log on to your computer that you could find in your executive office. From here, you're going to need to make another purchase, and it will just require more monetary investment on your part. And so in our case, we're going to check out Special Cargo. Once you click on Special Cargo, you'll be presented with the warehouse map. You will see everything, all details of all the cargo warehouses you can own. There are small, medium, and large warehouses you can purchase. You can own any combination of 5 in total. So normally players will just get 1, maybe 2 large warehouses. You can own 5 small ones. I wouldn't really recommend you get small or medium though, especially when the large cargo warehouses are 30% off this week as well. So not only is the executive office that you need 30% off, but the cargo warehouses themselves are also going to be 30% off this week. And the advantage of a large warehouse is it will allow you to store 111 crates. If you were to fill up your crate warehouse with 111 crates, essentially what that means is you could sell all those crates for $40,000 per crate, and what that will mean is you'll be making normally $2,220,000 from your large crate warehouse during a sell mission. With the double money this week, that is $4,440,000. Say if you have 5 full large warehouses that you sell, that will be an incredible $22,200,000 earned from selling all your large warehouses. Perhaps you've just been sitting on these crates waiting for a double money week. Well, here you go. This is your opportunity. Conversely, if you were able to sell a large warehouse in a public session for the high demand bonus, remember, you get a 2.5% bonus multiplier on your money for each player in the lobby capped at 20 players. So if you're selling in a public session with 20 plus players, you will get $6,660,000 for your crate warehouse, because obviously the sell mission is doubled this week with the standard Rockstar bonus, but the high demand bonus as well is essentially going to be doubled because the money you're earning and the total value of crates you're selling is doubled this week with the money bonus outright. So $6,660,000 per warehouse if you were to sell all 5 in a public session for that maximum high demand bonus of 50%. That means you can make at most $33,300,000 with the crate warehouses this week, which is just a stupid amount of money, right? So let's go into some quick detail on how I operate my business here, just to kind of get you guys up to speed. I own 4 large warehouses. I would own 5, but the problem is I don't like this location at all. I don't recommend you get this location. This location's decent as well as this location, but they're just so far away, and I wanted to keep all my warehouses on the east side of the map so that when I would go passively source crates through Loot Bay, which we're going to go into detail on that, I can just basically go to each one down the line, just basically head south or north depending on which direction I'm coming from, and all my warehouses are grouped together. If you're a player who doesn't even own a single one yet, you'll hear a couple different strategies from players here on how to basically operate this business. You can just own one large warehouse. That's realistically all you need to make money, and do a sell mission, wait for the cooldown time, or do another source mission and keep sourcing until your crate warehouse is filled up. If you're not looking to fill up your crate warehouse, then of course just 1 or 2 warehouses will do. do, if you own up to 9 crates in your warehouse at any one time, that will guarantee 1 sale vehicle and 1 delivery vehicle for the sale mission. The more crates you have in your warehouse, the more delivery vehicles require that you need to sell. And like I said, up to 9 crates, you can just guarantee yourself 1 delivery vehicle. So if you don't want to deal with the hassle, just source 9 crates, then sell 9 crates, and just do that for the rest of this week. But for everyone else who just wants to max out their crate warehouse, you'll either get, you know, tugboat missions. For air missions, you'll get Titan or Cuban 800 delivery missions, and for land missions, you're usually driving Brigade trucks around. And when it comes to all your sell missions, don't forget you want to access your delivery vehicle upgrades, and you want to upgrade absolutely everything possible. You want to upgrade your delivery truck with the armor and bulletproof tires, upgrade your planes with the armor and the jammers, and upgrade your boats with the armor and the speed upgrades as well. Now, there's one more important thing I should mention before you kind of get started with your sourcing here, so you could start accumulating your crates. We do have one special benefit here, and that is the special items. Occasionally, your assistant is going to call you and tell you about a special item on the SecuroServe network. This item is going to be more expensive, but it's also going to bring in more profit once sold. And the special item sells for 5 times of its costs, and unlike the normal product you're sourcing, the special items also won't increase the value as the item number increases. So you have different things like film reels, rare hides, golden miniguns, ornamental eggs, large diamonds, and rare pocket watches, as opposed to all of the usual goods like your animal materials, art and antiques, bullion, counterfeit goods, electronic goods, etc. So now that you have your business entirely set up, for players who already had it set up, they're probably waiting for me to stop talking about this. Now let's get into how you could source crates to start making money. One way of sourcing crates in this game is logging onto your computer at your office, sourcing your crates, leaving your office, collecting and delivering them to your warehouse. But the method that I recommend, especially if you're farming crates manually, is to get yourself a terabyte. Now, of course, that requires you to own a nightclub. So if you don't own a nightclub, it's not the absolute most necessary purchase, but say if you own the nightclub and you own the terabyte, this is absolutely the way you should be farming crates this week. So you go to your terabyte, and right now I have mine actually parked basically in the middle of all my warehouses. So at most I just got to drive from this warehouse down here or travel from this warehouse north to where I am right now. I park my terabyte in a central location to all my crate warehouses. Then I access the touchscreen, and you can source your special cargo this way. You can also do all your other sourcing through here if you'd like as well, but just for the sake of this week's weekly bonuses, we're going to source special cargo. You can either source 1 crate at a time and maximize RP and lower your total cost and investment required, but this is going to increase the amount of time it takes to fill up a warehouse because you're only sourcing 1 crate at a time. Yes, you're saving a ton of money because this is going to cost you $6,000 per crate. This is only going to cost you $6,000 in total if you source 3 crates at $2,000 per crate, but it's going to take you a lot longer. But if that doesn't matter to you, feel free to do it this way. I just source all 3 crates at once. If you're looking to RP farm, sourcing 1 crate at a time is definitely the meta for RP here in GTA Online. But let's source 3 crates. It's going to be jewelry. It's going to cost us $18,000. You choose any one of your warehouses. We will do the Darnell Bros warehouse, and then you'll get a bunch of different sourcing missions. There's too many to talk about in this video, but I'm going to group them into 3 different difficulties. There's no literal difficulties that you choose from. The mission type is just RNG, but the quote-unquote easy ones that I'm talking about are just ones where it's 1 vehicle for all 3 crates. There's no resistance, there's no enemies to fight. You steal the vehicle, you drive it back. You don't even get a wanted level, you just drive it back to your warehouse. A medium difficulty one will just be a little bit more involved. Not that it's any harder, but it's just going to take you a little bit longer to complete just because of the fact that, you know, you may have to fight some enemies, there may be multiple crates for you to go after, things like that. And then the harder difficulty crate sourcing missions are the ones where you need to take down Valkyries or throw a flare down and wait for a plane to drop crates on you. And the crates are all spread out from all over the place. And once you collect one, you need to bring it to your warehouse, come back and collect the second, bring it to your warehouse, collect the third, and then bring it to your warehouse. You can't pick up all 3 at once and bring them back. You need to make a trip per crate. And that's why I'm putting that in the quote unquote hard difficulty category. Not that it's hard necessarily in terms of challenging, it just will take the longest amount of time compared to the other super fast and easy and quick sourcing missions. Now, this mission, for example, I would, I guess, put on the harder difficulty or just more time consuming difficulty, because you can see we have 3 targets right here that are basically escaping with all our crates, and we would need to bring each one back to my crate warehouse individually. So as you can see, just by default, this one is going to take a little bit more time. I wouldn't worry about these guys getting super far away. It's not like you can lose the crates or anything like that, or I've just never taken long enough to actually lose them. But I would first focus on taking down all the enemies first so that the crates drop. Then you can collect one by one, bring them back to the warehouse. Of course, like I said earlier, I'm just driving these because this is just how I prefer to play the game. But if you're looking to farm these, and this is absolutely the method I recommend you do to farm them, use your Oppressor, use your Sparrow, and just fly back to your warehouse with that. Don't drive cars if you want to be as fast and efficient as possible. So here's crate number 1. We just brought that back and we're good to go. Now we need to collect the second crate. Coming up on crate number 2, you don't even need to get out of the vehicle, just drive over it. Same thing if you're flying a heli, just land on it. Same with the Oppressor as well. Now we're dropping off crate 2. Now we gotta grab crate 3. And lastly, here's crate number 3. Time to deliver it and finish this sourcing mission. And here we are, we've arrived at our destination. It's time to drop off our 3rd and final crate, and that will finish that sourcing mission. Like I was just saying here, of course, when it comes to time investment for manual crate sourcing, that is an example of one that will take you on the longer end of time, just because of the fact it's not 3 crates in one vehicle, it's 3 crates spread out either in 3 different vehicles sometimes, 3 different locations, things like that, and you can't bring all 3 of them back at the same time. You have to do basically hop back and forth to collect each one at a time, and then after you do all 3, you'll finish the mission. Now, when it comes to cell missions, we have varying degrees of difficulty for your cell missions. This one I would say is medium. You can see there's like some cops hanging around, so we need to steal this van and lose the cargo. This one's not too challenging, but it's just gonna take some time to lose your wanted level. You could either lose your wanted level or just let yourself get killed by all the police, and then that way you can jump back in the van on your second life, take it away, and you won't get a wanted level. So that's really fast and easy. And all in all, this one's gonna take us about 4 minutes to drive back to our warehouse. So that is source mission number 1. I wanted to give you guys an example of one that's, I guess, middle of the road in terms of difficulty. Not that anything's really challenging, but some may take a little bit more time, some take a little bit less. That one was just about average right there because it was just one vehicle, but you did either need to die or, of course, lose your wanted level to actually steal that van. And then we also have missions like these where you got to get into a big gunfight to actually steal the crates that you want. So as you can see, it's guarded by a ton of enemies, but like I was saying, the advantage of a mission like this, you know, despite you running in here and needing to take down all these enemies, first of all, if you have an Oppressor or any other vehicle with missiles and things like that, you could just launch them, no problem at all. I'm just going in here guns blazing. Once again, this is just how I prefer to do things, even though it's going to take me 100% longer compared to doing anything else. But nonetheless, this one, clear out the group of enemies, then just bring the truck back and you're good to go. And so for the sake of this mission, I'll mark that one as one of the more easier difficulty ones. I guess the easiest is just literally going to the location of the crate vehicle or the vehicle that has the crates and bringing that back, but that one just has a few extra steps of you needing to kill a couple of goons that are actually guarding the crates. But overall, very fast, very simple right there. A really good bonus besides just the double money on crate sourcing that we absolutely have to talk about this week is the double staff speed on your warehouse technician crate sourcing. So many of you guys know, for newer players, they may not know about this business because it was only added a couple years ago with the Criminal Enterprises update. But when you're sourcing cargo, you have to go out yourself and collect it all. That's just how the business has functioned since it released. But Rockstar added an additional and optional passive way to source crates, or, you know, as passive as you can get, because you still need to come to this warehouse technician and for them to actually source it for you. You pay a $7,500 fee, and they will go out and source this cargo in the usual time of 48 minutes. Now, you can either be playing this game, you can be AFKing it, you can even shut the game down and shut your console down, shut your system down, and the game will still have your technician go out, get the cargo, and bring it back. Now, they will usually bring back 1 or 2 crates, but they can also bring back 3. It's just RNG. I would say if you're trying to fill up an entire warehouse, you'll get a nice mix. Sometimes they'll unfortunately only bring back 1 crate, but a lot of the time they'll bring back 2, and several times they're still bringing bring back 3 crates for you, which is quite nice to see. Now, with double the speed this week, it's not going to take the usual 48 minutes. It will only take these guys 24 minutes to actually source all this cargo for you. So I'm going to head on over to my other warehouses and source the cargo as well. And usually this is an activity that you would want to do, you know, you could do it once every 48 minutes, but I like to do it just on average once an hour while I'm playing GTA Online, while I make my other rounds with my other businesses and export my mixed goods, do my ammunition contract, the bike delivery, auto shop client, vehicle deliveries, things like that. Because yeah, for players who feel like manually sourcing all the cargo, they're like, wow, this is just going to take so much time and effort. You're absolutely right. I would argue it's worth it this week because of the double money and the 1.5 times money you can make with the high demand bonus on top of it. So it's extremely worth it to just participate. But say if you have no progress on your warehouses at all and you need some fast and easy progress with really no time investment required on your part besides you just visiting your warehouses, have your warehouse techs like Lupe and friends just source all the cargo for you. It will add up, trust me. Like for me here, let me just log onto my computer real fast to show you. Like I've done all of this crate sourcing, right? I've made a ton of sales, way too many sales. This is a ton of money earned through the special cargo warehouse. I would say a lot of it unfortunately was done with manual sourcing, but in the past 2 years alone, I've kind of stopped manual sourcing myself. I only source through my warehouse techs, and I've still been able to generate a ton of crates, and of course, I've been able to sell them later for a ton of money just because of the fact that while I'm playing GTA Online, focusing on the Cayo Perico heist, focusing on the Dr. Dre contract, any other money-making activity, these warehouse techs here that I visit every hour are still passively sourcing me crates in the background, and I don't have to do any of that work myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for the most fun part of today's video, the most enjoyable part, because this is where you get to make all your money. You've sourced all your crates, you've filled up your warehouse, or in my case, I've almost filled it up entirely. Now it's time to get selling for that juicy profit here, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. My crate warehouse is almost full, but I just want to kind of, I've recorded so many clips for this video at this point. I just want to sell this warehouse already. So we are going to sell all 90 crates for $3,420,000. Of course, I could head on it over into a public session and sell all this. And granted, I had 20 players in the session for the maximum 50% high demand bonus on top of the total value of the sell. I could make $5,130,000 from selling these 90 crates, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do it in an invite-only session. Public sessions and dealing with that are an absolute headache. I made almost $332 million off of the crate warehouse. While I always appreciate more money in this game, I don't absolutely need it. I don't want to take on the risk. I just want to show you guys how to sell. So we have to do tugboats. We are selling tugboats today, so that's going to be fun. These honestly are relatively easy. The boats are just super slow, and so it takes a little bit of time. Unlike the missions where you're flying the Titans or the Cuban 800s, those actually can be a little bit of a challenge because your planes could take a lot of damage and you could get shot down, and of course that will ruin your whole sell. So you absolutely do not want that to happen. But the tugboats are probably middle of the road. The brigades are the easiest. So here we are at the location of my tugboat. Now I'm gonna hop aboard and we are gonna get started. You could see I may be in the marina right now, but this is about as fast as this tugboat will go. So while it is a very easy mission to do, there's no fun to be had delivering tugboats because they're just this slow and boring. And here you can see the first wave of enemies we're gonna encounter. Again, it's not too big of a deal. These guys are just on sea-doos, so just make sure that you could shoot them all off. Just like the guys on motorcycles, they'll fall right off as long as you hit them with one bullet. But we're making good time. We're 2.5 minutes into this cell mission, and we are well on our way to the destination. At most, this is gonna take us, you know, 6 minutes-ish, not even. The next wave of enemies I need to fight, these guys are actually in a heli, so you just gotta line up your shots. You know, you can put so many rounds into it that you can just shoot the heli down, shoot the pilot out, but it's kind of hard to actually hit it sometimes because you can't even aim high enough when the heli is this close to you. So you have to like use the wave to your advantage to actually be able to shoot the guy out. But we were actually able to shoot the pilot out. He's dead, so we've taken care of that enemy. We are very close to the drop-off. We have one more heli coming after us, but honestly, I'm just gonna drive this tugboat right into the destination. As you can see, it's only taken us 3 minutes and 50 seconds to get to this point. So literally a 4-minute cell mission, and boom, there we go. Super fast, super easy, $3,420,000 from a 90 crate warehouse sold right there. Of course, if you want to sell in public lobbies, take on the extra risk, but also take on a ton more profit, go for it. If you just want to sell 9 crates at a time, that's a totally viable method to make some money in this game as well. But that is how you make money with the crate warehouse, ladies and gentlemen. Now, completely separate to all of the crate farming and selling, we also have double money on the export mixed goods missions. And if you guys don't know what these are, let me just bring you up to speed real fast. For the players who know, you know how fast and effective this is for making money. So making double this week is absolutely incredible. The CEO office, the executive office, along with the special cargo warehouse business, functions a little bit similar to how the bunker operates, or of course your MC clubhouse with the bike delivery, or things like that, where basically you will have once every 48 minutes, or on average once every hour, real life, you will have a delivery. For the bunker, it's the dune loader, where you just deliver a bunch of supplies to an ammunition driving that truck. With the MC clubhouse, you have a bike that you can deliver. That's not once every hour. There's a little bit more RNG to it. Sometimes it could be shorter, sometimes it can take longer, but nonetheless, you deliver that bike, you customize it, you deliver it, you make 50 grand. Well, the CEO office has a similar thing with mixed goods. Now, this is just basically extra goods from one of your warehouses. If you deliver these goods, it doesn't take away any stock from your warehouse. Don't worry about that. But it's the same thing here. You export mixed goods, and then you need to drive to a truck. Then once you drive to that truck, it's going to be located at any number or any one of your special cargo warehouses that you own. If you own all 5, well, then it will be at a random one of the 5. It'll be different every single time. And then you take that truck and you drive it to the docks. Normally you get paid $50,000 for it, but since it's double money this week, you are getting paid 100 grand. So every single hour as well, right after, I recommend either right before or right after you passively source with all your warehouse technicians here through Lupe and the other technicians, do one of the export mixed goods, take this truck, drive it all the way to the docks. And what I like about this type of $50,000 delivery, you know, without any of the money bonuses, is it's super fast and easy. This truck isn't really that slow. You can actually kind of haul cheeks with it, and the delivery to the docks is never going to be that far away because most of the warehouses in the game are going to be super close by. All of these are within, you know, a 1 or 2 minute drive to the actual docks themselves. Keep an eye on that timer in the bottom right hand corner of your screen so you can see how quick we finish this mission. The mission timer starts at a total of 15 minutes. You have 15 minutes to do it. We're gonna get it done in basically 4 minutes right here. It's gonna be so fast. And remember, the payout for completing this is $100,000 this week. So even if you're not the kind of player who wants to grind the actual crate sourcing and selling and all that, and you think that's just way too much time, you don't really want to bother. I mean, maybe you'll bother a little bit with the warehouse techs passively sourcing in the background for you. At the very least, do one of these deliveries every single hour, because in 10 hours of gameplay, that's an extra $1 million right there. Normally, it would only be a $500,000 payout for 10 of these. And of course, if you're doing all the crate grinding this week, don't forget to do this because you'll make tons of extra money on top of your insane amounts of money that you're already making from the crate selling itself. So there you go. We got that done in just about 3.5 minutes right there. $100,000 for our export mixed goods mission complete. You can do this, like I said, once every 48 minutes to min-max it. I just do it, I worry about it once every hour. I do a bunch of these things every single hour to kind of keep generating money here in this game. Now, before we wrap up today's video, if you don't have the executive office or the crate warehouse and you don't have enough money and you want to make some money faster to actually obtain it and basically be able to take advantage of everything we talked about in this video, head to the job section, head to Rockstar Created, go to adversary mode. The Vespucci job remix is paying out double money and double RP this week as well, so that will allow you to get your business as well as your crate warehouses faster. And same goes if you want to participate in the community series jobs. There's a couple random ones that are going to be triple money and triple RP this week. For example, we see Maze Deathmatch here. This is an example of a triple money and triple RP community series job, but there's other ones this week in the race category. We got stunt races, things like that. Those are triple money and triple RP. Not all of them, but several of them. And also, if you're interested, the pizza deliveries for the 3 Pizza This restaurants in the game are also paying out double money. Not only that, the cooldown time from when the shop closes for an in-game day has been reduced as well, so it is actually a better way of making money than it was before. Is it still really that great? Probably not. I haven't really tested it out for myself yet today, though. This is a bonus if you'd like to take advantage, but if you guys want to see a dedicated video on this and how much money you can make with the Pizza This business while it is actually on double money this week, let me know and I can get working on that video for you. But that's everything for the executive offices, crate warehouses, and this weekly update money bonuses and money guide here in GTA Online. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you're making some big money. This is definitely one of the best weeks we're going to see for this game for a long time. Usually when it comes to CEO cargo and special cargo, it's always a really good week because you can make tons of money. Yes, it will take you a lot of time and effort to fill up all your warehouses, but say if they've already been filled up and you've just been waiting for a money bonus, because we haven't had a 2x bonus, I think since April of 2023. Last year was only a 1.5x bonus on the crate warehouse sell, so it's been like a year and a half since we've had double money on it. This is going to be the best you'll see in this game for a long time, unless we get another double money bonus on the Dr. Dre contract or triple money on the auto shop contracts, things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram for more GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games live streams. And I will see you guys in the free vehicles guide that I am releasing tomorrow here on the channel. See you then, and adios amigos.